it's Madden NFL 23. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Browns and the Barons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Brooklyn Barons. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On second down, a run with Carter.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here come the Browns now for their first drive.
They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Watson on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Watson. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wilson.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Wilson.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it first and 10 at their own 46. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people can't expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. He's had a great season, plenty of touchdown passes, but that last throw, not one of his finer moments as it was returned for a touchdown on the pick six. Now he starts again here, first and 10.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back-to-back